Hello, John McConnin with UpsideDownRealEstate.com and McConnin and Company Realty. I'm an attorney, and our broker just sold 60 short sales or more in the last few years. And we're going to make a quick comment about the car short sale addendum. UpsideDownRealEstate.com does well on the web. We get calls and emails from people all the time, and one of the odd ones for us is when they're 2 or 3 days before the close, their client reads their short sale approval for the first time and says, "Hey, Bank of America says they're not releasing me from the deficiency. Can they come after me?" I thought the point of this short sale was that, I'd sell the property, get rid of the problems, get rid of the monthly payments, and the bank wouldn't come after me anymore. And here they're saying they're coming after me. Yeah, that's a problem. And that's where the short sale, proper use of the California Association of Realtors short sale addendum comes into play. In the short sale addendum, there's a box, box BII, that if you put the little X in the box says time frames do not start until seller gives written notice of approval to buyer. That box should, in my opinion, almost always be checked. In fact, the only way you wouldn't check it is if an attorney said don't check it, because that's so vital to the seller's interests. It leaves the seller in position to negotiate with the lender. The seller doesn't incur any liability to the buyer, doesn't have to worry about the buyer's costs and termite inspections and anything else. The seller gets to take a good shot at this, the shot that the seller wants. When the terms of the short sale are in the seller's interest, when the seller says, yes, I approve of these terms, I like what's going on, then the seller gives written notice of approval to the buyer. Then buyer begins their work through escrow. Seller tells the buyer to close down their contingencies at the appropriate time, and then the things get funded, and then escrow gets funded. It goes, through that all of a sudden strange thing. All of a sudden you get a call from escrow. Hey, congratulations, your deal's closed. It's sort of funny how that happens. It's sometimes surprising, but the money goes in, and then 24, 48 hours, all of a sudden they close escrow, and boom, property's recorded, it's transferred. Now, this shouldn't happen without the seller's knowledge and consent, and it certainly shouldn't happen prior to the seller saying, hey, the terms we've negotiated with the bank, they're good enough for me. So in short, the California Association of Realtors is a very strong tool in the hands of a well-prepared buyer and a well-prepared agent, and make sure you check that box, and box B with the 2 I's next to it, box B, II, put an X in there. Times don't start until written notification is given to the buyer, and in that case, the seller can rest assured they get their shot at negotiation before they incur any further liability on this property. Thanks, Bob.